Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow Tavern. My name is ShadowFox2122, and today I'm going to be bringing you a game by the name of Crossout. Now, some of you may know what Crossout is, but it comes from Gaijin, the makers of War Thunder and Star Conflict. Now, Crossout is a game where you get to build your own vehicles and then fight those vehicles against other players. I've made my own custom designs before, and they've all worked pretty well. However, I have decided to go with just a base blueprint of like a pickup truck known as the Workhorse. And instead of having the armor plating on the back, because it used to have it around the fenders, it was just all armored around the back. And it had 4 machine guns. I took off 3 machine guns, put an 88mm cannon on it, and then stuck a machine gun up there. And that's what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that battle button. I don't really have a lot of... There's not really a lot of wait time. Well, there used to be not a lot of wait time, but I guess I'll just go for the shotgun instead of for the cannon, which is unfortunate. But it looks like we've got a fairly good matchup coming. It's going to take a while. These matches do take about 2 to 3 minutes, but it's always cool to go see some other people's designs. So we've got a 20mm and 2 machine guns, not bad. Pretty armored, but not too fast. But they won. And then this is what the standard Workhorse looks like. It's not the most impressive thing, but I mean, it's certainly not bad. But I like my modified version better, you know, because it has a cannon. So we're in the lower ranks of the power score. PS is your power score, and power score comes from building up your vehicle. Each item takes up a specific power score and gives you something in return. Like a cannon might give you a much higher power score than machine guns, but it's also got a much higher damage and much longer accurate range. So I've actually never played on this map. I want to say it's new, but I really don't know if that's true or not. Okay, so Emily is an AI. Which we're going to try and take out at long range here without trying to hit our friends. So this is the power of the cannon. I'm just going to try and take him out at long range. These machine guns really aren't too good at long range, but I mean, it's certainly not bad. So we're capturing the enemy base, and as you can see, the cap counter goes down pretty quickly, so if they don't go back, they're going to lose this one. But I think they're going to lose this one. But that doesn't mean that we can't get another golden hit in on them. You know, I really wish that my cannon shots would actually hit people without aiming. It's kind of like War Thunder and World of Tanks. That's not a bad hit. And good night. 2 kills this game, not too bad. I think we're definitely going to win this one. I'm going to try and rush my way over here to finish capping off the enemy cap. I don't think I've taken much damage, if any at all. I'm sorry it might be a little laggy. I mean, this game is in closed beta, so it's not fully optimized. So I do apologize about that. I really hope it doesn't show up too laggy. But yeah, so we just got 948 XP, a few stickers, a weapon radiator, some scrap metal, and some wires. So by playing this game, you sort of get items, but you're also able to craft them, and I'll show that in a bit. Okay, so I've actually got a pretty bad ping here. This is actually quite shocking. I usually don't have such a bad ping. Oh well. Can't really complain, can I? Yeah, so it must have just been that map, because this map isn't doing too bad. This is the bridge map, I think, where there's one bridge and then two giant hills. Oh god, this is not good. Just gotta thank that guy. And I'm gonna actually come down here. Oh god. No, dude, what are you doing? But, I mean, whatever, right? Just gotta try and strip down his armor. I'm actually gonna run because I don't really feel like staying there right now. That one on, like, or that two, wait, we actually have enough people here. And there we go, another victory. 2 kills, not the best, not the worst. Another 1,000 experience, and I'm slowly gaining up rank. However, I did get myself a shotgun. Now, shotguns are really good at close range, but I usually don't use them because I don't do melee type builds or close range type builds. I honestly prefer having cannons. Cannons are just much more effective, I think. Cannon and like maybe a machine gun just for that added damage. But, I mean, I can't say that I'm the best person at this game. Like, I've had my fair share of good and disappointing builds. It's just a matter of crafting and just really experimenting. Like, there's no one set, clear-cut winner, even down here at this range. I mean, as you can see, I have a pretty effective cannon. And, oh god. Of course, I miss, and these AI love to run into you. But I guess that's the risk you take. I'm gonna try and shoot this guy down. I mean, I'm close, I just gotta shoot him right in this part right here. Right in his cabin. There we go. Enemy has been destroyed. But unfortunately my aim kinda sucks. But I can hit people underneath there. I don't think I can anymore, so I'm gonna back up just a tad bit. Hopefully. So there has to be an enemy coming around this way. Nope, nothing quite there, so I'm just gonna follow around, try and back up my peeps. So driving in this game can be a little difficult. It's nothing like crazy though. And that was the last person, so we're gonna go after him. You know, I actually kind of want to say, no, he went this way. But we won. Excellent. So we'll probably just do one more battle here. I didn't do too well on that one, but I did get a small radar and 2 scrap metal. We'll go ahead and do another one just to see, just to kind of show you guys what this game really is. And this is low tier battles. Like, there are much larger vehicles, and I'll show you just a few examples of those. I mean, it's crazy to see. They're called Leviathans, and Leviathans are deadly. Deadly. Especially some of the designs I really like. But I mean, this design right here actually works for me quite well. The cannon has full range of motion. Well, full limited range of motion. A machine gun on top has full range. And the cannon is protected from all sides except for the area it's going to shoot. And quite well, I might add. Especially when I'm driving around backwards, my cabin doesn't have a high chance of exploding. So naturally, of course, I'm going to try and make some shots. Out there at range. Which don't get made, but I do have a few shots out here at these people. Of course, I'm not the best shot, especially without a sight. I'm trying to save up for one, but it's a little expensive. And honestly, I don't think that we're doing all too well on this map anymore. Woohoo! Alright, so we've got another sniper, so I'm gonna try and go help out my team. Alright, so there goes an AI, which they're not too impressive. Okay, so they're going to probably start capping, so I'm going to try and get back up here. Oh, hey, look, it's Alyssa. Okay, so I'm out of cannon shots. So I'm out of everything. So instead, I'm just going to bail off. And it almost worked, too. It almost worked. Oh my god, it worked. I somehow survived. Yeah, so I'm gonna head back to the garage. Unfortunately, sometimes you get good battles, sometimes you get bad battles. It's just like any other MMO type game. I mean, everything you do is really either good or bad. So really what this game is it allows you... This is the building part. Now, the building part is a bit interesting because you're able to take pieces like this half barrel and place them almost everywhere on your vehicle as long as it has some sort of weld point. So you can make a really, like, your barrel stick far out, or you can have it sit with all its weld points. Now, say something like this cannon is going to be slightly different. You can put it, say, up top. You can put it here. You can flip it if you want. You can put it on the sides. But depending on where you put it, and I'm not the best at this, depending on where you put it really depends on your vehicle's handling. Like, I'll show you in a second. So if we're going to go test drive this thing, and if we shoot our cannon just right now, we're probably going to flip our vehicle. Because there's just so much force on top of on the top back of the vehicle that you know, it's not good. So that's why the design, where you have the cannon in the back, that limits your issues with physics, honestly. But the machine guns and autocannons, they don't really have an issue with really dealing too much like flipping power, unless if you've got a lot of them at a really high angle. Because, I mean, they are still cannons nonetheless. So I'm going to show you a few of the Leviathans, and especially some of the ones I really like say this Mammoth. Now, Leviathans are things that have 155 pieces and 63 points of energy. And players get to make these, and then sometimes you get to fight against them. And I would really hate to go up against this because of this reason right here. And just like that, my vehicle was destroyed. I mean, absolutely just wrecked. Because as you can see, this thing has so much firepower and so much armor. It's honestly just ridiculous. You can spawn in a few bots here, and I'll show you just what I mean. And torn apart. Now there's another one over here, a few more over there, torn apart. This is what a Leviathan is, and this is probably the best version, and torn apart. And like, as you can see, it's just absolutely deadly to lower tier vehicles. I mean, this isn't the only one either. I mean, there are hundreds of these things. Well, maybe not hundreds, but, you know, almost getting to that point. Some of my favorites, though, are honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it because I don't remember its names, but stuff like this. I mean, it's really nothing special, it's just a bunch of machine guns. But the crazy thing is, all these machine guns deal a ton of damage really, really quickly. So, I mean, vehicles like this are just as deadly as those that have, like, 20 cannons on them. Just because you're dealing so much damage really quickly. Like that. These bots really just can't handle it. Then again, neither could I. But the cool thing is that, another thing is, this is called the Exhibition, and this allows you to look at all people's designs. So here we have what people call is a tiger. Now, I don't think that this is probably the most effective design, but it's got an 88mm cannon on it. It's got quite a bit of armor too, and tracks. I mean, it looks kind of like a tiger, not fully, but I mean, that is pretty close. And yeah, this is what a sight does, and this is why sights are amazing. But another cool thing about sights is you can only look as far onto your vehicle. So, you see how it's mounted there in the front? Yeah, you can't use your sight behind you if it's mounted like that. If it's mounted on top, you can use it in all directions except maybe the bottom. But I just thought that was pretty cool. Now the Tiger, one thing I just noticed about it is it has a lot of survivability, or a lot of structure. So we're going to go ahead and spawn in a Jeep, and one shot took it out. Now, you've got to be really careful about, like, where you shoot in this game. It's really important to shoot in, like, the cockpit areas. So, when I'm a little bit more aimed, I don't even know where I'm pointing anymore. But as you can see, you just want to kind of shoot where they don't have any armor. Now, of course, that's much easier said than done. But that's the gist of it. So that's what the exhibition is. You can do just normal vehicles and then the Leviathan tab. Now the store, this is where you buy specific items. And then this is your storage. This is where you keep all of your parts. So as you can see, let's see here. You have your framework, you have your weapons, you have your hardware, you have your movement, you have your structure, you have your decorations, you have your paints, and then you have your just scrap metal and stuff like that. So the market is also pretty cool. This is the player market. So you can sell items and buy items. Now I've got something trying to sell here, and unfortunately it's probably never going to be bought. But that is what it is. Now, this is like the player auction house, and I think that is incredibly cool to have, especially when people, you know, everyone wants to buy high or, you know, sell low. Or sorry, buy low, sell high. Yeah, you should totally buy low or buy high and sell low. That's the way to make money. And then the next part of this game is called the factions. Now, the factions are where you get to build all of your pieces if you don't have anything else. Well, if you don't want to build your own stuff. So, like, this is the engineers. This is who you start as. This is what the workhorse looks like. This is what I based it off of. As you can see, I took off all of this armor plating at the back and stuck a cannon in there. And then armored up everywhere else where I thought it needed armor. But as you can see, like, there are plenty of really cool vehicles that you can use. So, like, even this, you can take off the machine guns if you want and put a cannon in the back, or put a cannon on top, or just, you can do whatever you want, which is really cool in my opinion. And then you get to build specific things. So if I had the pieces, 50 copper and 180 scrap metal, I could make a cannon. But it also requires these things down here to make. So it's not that you can just make a cannon for absolutely no effort. You have to actually have pieces. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's the game, guys. This has been Crossout. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, punch that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and I will see all of you in the next video. Peace.